I didn't have the typical Mexican father that came from Mexico. I mean, he did come from Mexico straight to Chicago in the early 60s. Didn't speak too much English. A big Beatles fan, big rock and roll fan. And my father's pride and joy was a collection of 45 records that he had. He had over 300 of them stored in crates. And he used to store them in the garage. And me and my little brother, we decided to turn the garage into a clubhouse. We get all the little bad, troublemaking kids in the block. And one day we find the records, and we were going through the records, and we're looking at them like, Beatles, who are the Beatles? We never heard of Led Zeppelin, any of that stuff. So we decided, you know what? Let's go in the alley and have a record fight. We're in the alley having a record war, records flying everywhere. We got 3 crates of records, and we're tossing them at each other. I mean, all night, all week, just throwing records at each other. And one night, my father, he went to throw the garbage out, sees little pieces of records scattered all over the alley. I'm in the house thinking nothing's happening, and comes in the house with like a cracked record that had like Ted Nugent on it. And I immediately like crapped my pants. And he's like, "Hey, mijo, is this my record?" I'm like, "Yeah, pa, those are the old ones that you have in the garage." He's like, "¿Por qué están quebrados?" I'm like, we were throwing them at each other. We had a record fight. I thought you didn't want them anymore. They say 1965 on them. I'll tell you right now, my father still brings that incident up to this day. ¿Te acuerdas mis pinches discos, cabrón? Oh my God, it hurts me to just even think about it, because out of 345 records, he's got like 10 left. Now when I know the value of it, and there's no way in hell he could ever go back and get those records. Sorry, pa. He's gonna kick my ass after he sees this. And if I ever become rich, I'm gonna find all those guys, even if they're dead, I'm gonna get some autographs, something. I'm gonna get something for you, pa. Promise.